Welcome to Millennials to Millionaires. Today is a little bit different. We switched things up. You see, I have two special guests. One is the special co-host. The other one is the guest. But I'm Alicia Ace West, and then we got
Sherard McQueen, CEO of M5B Developments and a proud uncle.
Yes, boss man. You're a proud uncle because you can introduce him.
Oh, man. I let him introduce himself, but this is nephew here. I watched him grow up into the man he is today, and I'm just really proud to be able to have him. They asked me to host because obviously I know him best. I was there at the hospital, so why don't you introduce yourself?
He's seen you come out your mama's
Wow.
He's got all the details.
Oh, man. Okay.
Well, welcome to the show, Isaiah Peck.
Yes.
So what I've learned about you is that you are an amazing dancer, teacher, because you just taught Sherard how to do a little 1-2 step for TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok grind.
You're an actor who just flew back from Vancouver from shooting, and you've just been doing a lot of things. So I heard that one of your biggest accomplishments that you feel like you've done is being a part of The Next Step.
Yes.
So how did that opportunity even come about? Like, when you were growing up, did you know that you wanted this as your career?
I think so. I think that I've always had a really good idea of what I wanted to do with my life. And it's always kind of surrounded around music and dance in general. So just growing up, my dad showed me how to dance a lot. I ended up going to a dance studio in Brampton called Jade's Hip Hop Academy. So I learned how to do choreography there. I was figuring out freestyling at the time. And then eventually I went to an arts high school. That goes by Codford Park. I ended up hearing about auditions at that school, and then I was just thrown into like the mix of being an unexperienced person but going to these auditions, and I so happened to book the TV show just by luck and hard work. So
yes.
Yeah.
So you started off as dancing. Did you ever think that you were going to evolve into becoming like more of an actor? Or?
No, not at all. That never crossed my mind at all. When you're young, you're just like, I want to do this, and that's all I'm going to do for the rest of my life. You don't really like think about it, but as I got older, it was like I started to piece things together because, of course, movies need dancers. There's movies like Step Up for a reason where it's like they're dancing and they're acting.
I like Step Up 1 through 5.
1 through 5?
I love them all.
My favorite is 3. I'm not gonna lie.
I just see somebody on Twitter that said that they need to do a Step Up 6, like Toronto edition.
Yeah.
We would totally kill it.
Okay, so
I
that's what we
say
need
this
to do.
with
We
my
need to
life.
pitch it.
We have some of the best dancers. Toronto has some of the best dancers in the world. I don't care what anyone says.
Well, growing up, I always knew of the dancers that were in all the Sean Paul videos. They were all from Toronto. They were all from Toronto,
exactly.
right? So, like, I always knew that there was some type of dance culture here. And then especially going through high school, I'm, like, a decade older than you, but we had a bunch of, like, the dance crews, especially, like, dance hall. Like, that was a thing.
It
you
still
know what I
is
mean?
a thing, too.
So, yeah, like, we've definitely had the dance culture here, and I think that people kind of sleep on us just a little.
And they were all the coolest people.
Yeah.
The dancers. So what was that experience like for you? Like that high school experience, were you like that cool kid?
This is the thing. I went to an arts high school, so it's like everyone in the school is talented.
Right.
So you wake up and you go to school, and there's some guy playing trombone in the hallway at like 7 in the morning.
So what's the hierarchy of an art school?
Right.
Because there's so many different things. Like if you go to a normal school, like a regular school, it's always the jocks that are like the
basketball
highest.
players,
You know what I
football
mean?
players at the top.
And then maybe like the drug dealers or something like that. They're like a different type of cool.
I don't know where Ace went. I'm gonna keep it 100. We never had those in my school, but okay.
You who didn't go to school in the hood, so there's that.
In my high school, it was like, I want to say maybe the locals are like, they thought they were the coolest, but they're not really the coolest because they go to the school because they're in the area. They don't really do anything special.
Oh, right. So they're just there.
This is going to sound really
geography.
arrogant. Oh, my God. Not that they don't do anything special, just they were locals, you know?
Yeah.
After the locals, I'm going to say it's probably like the music students, just because they're always playing music somewhere.
Right.
And you have the art students who are always doing visual arts. Actually, no, I lied. It's going to go music students, then it's going to go acting, because the acting kids are so annoying because they're just always on 100%, like all the time.
Yeah, they're always acting.
Dude, they're always acting.
They're always acting.
They never learned like
they don't
when
turn
you
it off.
need to turn it off. There's like normal life
In
and then
drama's
there's on
first
the stage.
period, they're in drama all day long.
I love it though.
So I would
It's
say
a lot.
music students, drama students, then the art students, because they like to decorate the school a lot, so that's really cool.
Oh, man,
and
nice.
then the dance students just I think we're number one. I don't care.
Yeah. See,
And they're all going to agree with me
so
too.
he's just not sure. And
Yeah.
that's what that tells you. Through the pantheon of life, you're really never sure. But
Yeah.
I've watched you grow up. And why don't you tell them about maybe one of your first Your first paid gigs. Why don't we talk a little about one of your first paid gigs?
My first paid gig. Well, I started assisting at my dance studio once I got a little bit older. So I started teaching there and just helping out. That was like the first time that I was actually making money, but like through something that I love doing.
Right.
And then my first film and television gig was some movie called American Girl. And I think I was on the screen for like maybe 3.5 seconds. Like maybe. I was dancing on like a lunch table in like a denim vest. And I remember getting the paycheck for that, and it was like $208. And I was like, Dad, like, I was on set for like maybe 2 hours.
Yeah.
And I danced for like 50 seconds. I can do this.
Yeah.
This is possible.
This is going to get me paid.
Yes.
That was the thought process. Get a whole lot of $208 checks.
Yeah, I was like,
I had them all up.
But you're young. Like, when I'm like, maybe 13, 14, that's a lot of money.
No, for sure.
I'm like, I could go to the mall after this.
I could buy me some Jordans. Yeah. That's what I would have been thinking about.
Ace's mind. Ace's mind is, okay, can I get Jordan 1s? Can I get Dunks? Yeah. Can I get
what I meant to say is I can invest this.
Yeah. But it can still be an investment. But what I think this show is all about, like, hard work. And people come in and they're talking about, like, what it took them to get there. Like, you're successful, but what kind of hours do you have to put in off screen? What does it take to get to your level?
For starters, it doesn't ever feel like it's work because I love it so much.
Right.
Because I love dancing and I love being in the recording studio and I love being on camera with other actors and like finding the emotion in scenes. But the hours that I've put in, like, I remember being younger and having to go to the dance studio after school. So I'm waking up, I'm dancing at school for a couple hours. Then I'm going to the dance studio after school for a couple of hours. Then I'm going home and I'm practicing and I'm freestyling for a couple of hours. And then I'm waking up the next day and doing it all over again. And then on the weekends, I'm going to battles and sessions and there's dance competitions down the road. And it's like, there's so many things that add up to it, to the end goal, that you don't even realize that you're putting in the time. But I've definitely put in the time. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's taken... what's it? It's 10,000 hours.
10,000 hours. I've put my 10,000 hours in.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Even just being on set, we were just talking about, and now I'm not sure if you're allowed to discuss it at all, but just being on set in Vancouver, you said you were putting in like 14-hour days being on set.
It's crazy because like you'll be on set, you'll wake up at 6 a.m. and you'll go straight there and like you're in your trailer and you're like, okay, cool. I just got to mentally prepare for the day that's ahead because I'm going to have to do 50 takes of backflips. I'm going to have to be on set for hours. And then I'm going to wrap at late at night, like 9 p.m., maybe even later.
And then
wake up and do
it all over again.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, I feel like I've put in my 10,000 hours. And that still doesn't feel like enough to get to where I want to be. So I'm still pushing.
And that's the type of dedication it takes in anything to really get to where you need to go. You have to put in that time. Hugely. But I was saying earlier, you can't do something unless you really love it. And you just said that. It doesn't feel like work to you. You just go in and you do what you're doing. And you know, the results are what they are. So why don't you tell us about tour? I don't know if you know Isaiah's toured the world. He's been to more countries than I have. I think they're sending him like
passport
first
is
class.
stamped.
My passport is pretty stamped.
Yeah, he's got the passport stamped. He'll link me, FaceTime. You know, I don't know. I'm in Scotland. I think that's one of the places.
I think about it a lot. I try to list it down. I've been to Australia, New Zealand, Scotland, Ireland, almost all of the UK. So like a lot of Europe, Spain, Italy, France. I've traveled around Canada, which is a privilege because not a lot of people. Canada's underrated. Like, not a lot of people get to actually travel our own countries.
It's expensive.
That too. But you don't even think about it. You're like, I want to get away from the cold. But if you have a chance, definitely take a little trip around Canada. Where else have I been?
Well, through the States,
of course,
the islands.
Yeah. You just left the States
that's
for last.
actually where I haven't been. I haven't been to too many islands. I went to Cuba for a vacation.
Yeah.
That was about it. I think I went to Jamaica when I was 4. So I need to go back.
That counts.
I haven't been to Guyana.
What about Africa? Have you done
I want to go,
yet?
but I haven't gone. I really want to go. I want to go to South Africa. There's this one Omarion music video where he's in South Africa dancing with giraffes and stuff.
Yes.
And that could be you.
That's going to be me.
So he's got it all. So now I know that you went and you were like one of the top dancers in the world. You had won numerous awards. What was that like to have to prepare at that level? Because there's guys dancing on TikTok, there's guys dancing on the corner, there's guys dancing everywhere. For you to be in that entire ecosystem with among the greats and be the greatest of the great, what did that feel like? What did that prepare you for these other journeys?
Competing in your hometown is a little different than competing abroad because you feel like there's more on the line. There's more riding on it. Like, I paid for my ticket and I'm paying for my hotel. So if I come back without a trophy, that's a problem.
Sure, 100%.
Right? So when I get there, the pressure's there, but like there's something also. I like the like the anxiety and the stress. I'm the guy that thrives off adrenaline. Like when I get there and I feel the roar of the crowd and I feel the music and the stage thumping, I'm like, all right, let's go, you know?
Right.
So the pressure makes me work harder, makes me go harder. But prepping for that type of stuff, weeks, months, I like to give myself enough prep time. A lot of prep time, and I put my hours in again.
For sure. Yeah. But did you feel like you were gonna win when you got on the plane, or was this something like? When did you know?
What's your mentality?
Like what is your mentality like?
It's gonna sound arrogant, but yeah, I feel like I'm gonna win. Because my mind is only set on winning. I don't even let losing be a thought.
Have you lost before?
Yeah, I've lost many times before. If you go look on YouTube, you'll find losses.
Honestly, I never knew.
Because I don't
promote
my losses.
You know what
I never knew.
You only see the highlights.
I only saw the highlights. That's my nephew. I don't know anything different. I'm like, yo, he's 100-0.
Undefeated.
He's undefeated. But those that prepares you for those moments. Like people look at me like, oh yeah, okay, he made it here. Yeah, I took a lot of L's. Yeah. Right. But I don't even look at them as L's. I look at it as like just an opportunity to learn. I've had many opportunities to learn, and I embrace them. So I don't have any issue with it at all.
Do you think that social media helps with propelling your career?
In some ways, yes. In some ways, no. Actually, no. I don't think it takes away from propelling your career. I think it takes away from like your peace sometimes. Yeah. Like top of 2021, I was like, I'm spending the entire month of January just off social media, and I was just a lot more mindful about my life in general. Like, I'm 21 and I'm not the greatest chef, so I'll admit that. But I took the time in this month. I put my hours in. To become a better chef.
Cook a little bit.
Exactly.
You're gonna skill. What did you? What
I know how to make a really good smoked salmon.
Okay.
You know what the thing is? That's my favorite meal.
I got you.
Salmon, rice, and broccoli.
I got you.
So now you got a chef.
That sounds like a meal prep.
Yeah. Let's do it. Yeah. Like, let's see what's really good.
Yeah. So I took the time to do that. I was working out a lot more because I wanted to like change my physique a little bit now that I'm getting older.
He's 21 talking about when I get older.
He's getting older.
I'm getting older. I don't know how to cook. All right, I just went a couple years ago. I'm 31. Okay.
You put us on blast. You're putting us on blast. Man. But that's that excellence that you apply to every aspect of his life. But listen, I don't want to put you on the spot, but tell me, like, if you had to choose, like, what do you love more?
Everyone asks this question.
I know, and it's like obligatory. So I thought I'd be the one. Like, you do all these things well, but if you had to choose,
I'm the king of tiptoeing around questions. So
well, you're not gonna tiptoe around this one. So
shoot.
If you had only one opportunity to do one thing for the rest of your life, what are you doing?
Yeah, it's deep.
I think God has blessed me with the immense talent as a dancer, and I've never turned my back on dance because dance has always had me through rough times, through grieving, through happiness, through joy. It's brought me my biggest opportunities, and other things have stemmed from that. So I'm gonna say dancing, but I am currently focused on my music.
Right.
And then acting is something that pays the bills, and
it's fun
to do as well.
Yes,
because you meet a lot of cool people when you're on set acting. Because at the end of the day, acting is like the pinnacle of it all. Like I'm on screen for that type of stuff.
So let's talk about the music. What kind of music do you create? What's that looking like? Like, what's your plan for that?
So the music that the genre that I fit into, I'm gonna say it's hip hop and a little bit of R&B.
Right.
I've been making music for about 3 years, like consistently, and we got 3 singles out and an EP, which has been really cool. We got like 3 or 4 music videos out, I'm pretty sure. So it's been a really good ride so far. I've been very proud of all my work, and it's been like, I don't want to put it out unless I'm topping my last stuff.
Yeah.
Sure.
So the entire process of me being in the studio is like, okay, is this good enough to move forward? Is this currently me? And it's like, if it is, then I can move forward with it. If it's not, I go back and I start from the drawing board again. You know what I mean? But the music process has been fun. The journey's been really fun. My dad used to be a musical engineer, so I've kind of had some insight into it from time. A lot of my uncles are DJs, so they've always showed me the ropes, and I've been exposed to really good 90s hip hop and 90s R&B. So it's like, I appreciate music.
Which is the best music.
Exactly.
I don't want to start anything, but it's the best
Let's
age.
talk about it.
You know, sorry, but I didn't know the mic was on.
Yeah. Hey, I'm a 90s baby, okay?
Yeah.
I was born in that era.
Like, I've just had really good mentors around me to show me what it takes to do the music, and I've always loved music, and I understand the reason that I love dance is because the music is what fuels it, what fuels the passion. So
So you decided you needed to create some
Yeah.
to dance to.
To dance to, and also like the way it makes me feel, I want to make people feel that way when they hear my stuff. So that's what I'm aiming for.
Do you
That's what I'm
write your
striving
own
for.
music as well?
I do write my own music, and I work with a lot of different writers and a lot of different producers in the city and sometimes abroad. So, you know, I just like collaboration. I like
I've
that.
heard some of the stuff. Like I feel like I'm fortunate that he seems like I'm one of the people. He'll send it to me and be like, "Hey, Uncle, what do you think of
What do
this?"
you
good.
think about it?
And I keep it 100.
Is this fire?
But
Yeah.
honestly, he's sending me some fire.
So you're like LeBron to Drake, because you know Drake sends LeBron.
Is that what he's doing?
Yeah. LeBron is low-key Drake's
I wouldn't
A&R.
give him that much credit.
I don't know.
if
She's
they
in the
close,
industry.
I'm gonna gas him up. So essentially, Drake, when he has a song, he'll text
plays it for
LeBron,
LeBron?
and he like just sends it to LeBron and be like, "LeBron, what you think about this?"
It's crazy because
So,
LeBron is just he's a
You
tastemaker.
yeah. So you
know?
are a tastemaker. You are the LeBron of
He is a
Isaiah
tastemaker.
Peck.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. You're a tastemaker.
I do some development in my spare time, but
Development of everything.
But everything. No, I recognize talent and I do recognize greatness. When
Yeah.
I saw Isaiah when he was 2, I was there when he was born. I saw him when he was 2 and he was 3. He was always exceptional. He was always dedicated. We'd come home and he's already, dancing. He's doing what he does, and he was very consistent at it. So I'm not surprised to see where he is now, but just to watch the journey, I think is the most exciting part of it.
It's great when you get to have a front seat to somebody's
Yeah.
like career and success and see them growing. So
Thank you.
it's a beautiful.
Yeah,
It's a beautiful.
yeah.
thing.
So what do you have dropping next? Like when are you going to be coming out with something
I'm currently in a boy group with
Hey.
2 other guys from the city.
Nice.
One person's named Malachi and the other is named Rico Rife. And we are a group called Good, Bad, Ugly. So we're currently working on some music right now.
Okay.
Probably gonna, not probably.
We're gonna bring
we are
back boy
releasing-
bands.
Yeah, we're bringing back boy bands.
Bring them back. Isn't One Direction still?
Exactly.
They kind of split up, but like K-pop is
Yeah.
really big.
Yeah,
so,
sure.
And they have a bunch of like boy bands and stuff like that. So
I
we
think
can
that-
make it a little comeback.
Yeah, we all recognize that like in the city right now, there's a lot of us, and instead of playing 1-on-1 with each other, we could literally play 3-on-none because we're all doing really well in our own respective areas. So it's like instead of trying to go against each other and with this whole crabs in a bucket mentality, it's like let's actually try and work
Let's
together.
team up and collaborate together.
And it wasn't even like let's make a group right off the bat. It was kind of just like, yo, like want to make some music together, and then it kind of went into the whole group thing. So I'm really happy with it. It's been really good. We've been getting
What's it
some
called
really good
again?
people on the back end. Good, Bad, Ugly.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, one word.
Yeah.
Not 3 words.
Good, bad, ugly.
Good, Bad, Ugly.
Good, bad, ugly.
And so why don't you tell us, like, what's the when people hear that title, what do you want them to get from that?
It's about life, yo. Like life has its good parts, its bad parts, and its ugly parts, and like they're all within each other.
And they're all gonna come.
They're all
at
gonna
different
come.
times.
Oh my
Sometimes
God.
At
the same time.
Sometimes it
Yeah.
could be the same thing.
Sometimes it's just bad, 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 ugly, ugly,
Exactly.
ugly, 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 ugly,
So
good,
We're
bad, ugly,
acknowledging
good.
that with the music. You know
Exactly.
what I mean? Whether it be relationships or life in general, like.
So what is and so what are you guys going to be touching on? Is it like
Gonna be
okay, this
touching
is about
on life and girls
Is it about
and-
girls?
That's what you wanted to hear, so I gave you the answer.
I don't want to hear anything, but that's what I heard. That's the last thing you want to hear from your nephew is girls.
Wow.
You want to pretend
Why?
like, you know what? It's just when you're looking, you always see that
7-year-old?
7-year-old. You always send that 8-year-old, and then
Yeah.
you see him now, and you're like, oh, he's a grown man.
Do you
He's got
wanna-
hair in his chest?
Wow.
I wanted
You
to
know?
make sure I had like a general bio of you, so I went to Google you, and the third thing that came up was Isaiah Peck girlfriend.
Oh man.
So
Right there.
Yeah.
Right there.
Like right there.
You've been Googling it.
You go
Yeah.
front and center. You
It
just
was the
put
third
it right
thing.
out there. Top
That's
3.
crazy.
So she's
I
happy.
don't put it up there. Google puts it up there.
She's happy.
I don't know.
You
Google.
edited your own Wikipedia. Don't lie to us.
the kids want to know.
The
Okay?
kids wanna
They want
know.
to know.
He's an icon, right? But it's just so impressive.
I'm not even that
amount of work.
private with it though. Like I
Yeah,
do
you're
have
out
a
there.
girlfriend.
Yeah.
I do have a girlfriend.
And she's
I post
great.
her. She's
Join
awesome.
her.
Well,
She's-
that's why they want to know
Yeah.
who she is. They want to see her more often. They want to know
I'm gonna
like
post
what
it.
she
I'm gonna
does
post
and
it
all
more
that
often.
stuff.
She dances.
So that's
She
why they're
dances,
googling. Mhm.
Yeah. Amazing.
Makes sense.
Don't
now.
worry, Google's got it. Google
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
They're like 99.9. So yeah, for sure.
All right then. Do you have any singles that you want to promote, or any TV shows, or etc. that you would
Ooh.
like to promote coming up?
Be sure to check out the J Team featuring JoJo Siwa when that drops later this year.
Nice.
Be sure to check out Sneakerella when that drops later this year on Disney Plus.
I actually have a friend that was the buyer, the sneaker buyer.
Seriously?
So she messaged me. She was like, "You're gonna absolutely love this show."
It's
She was like, "You
sick.
would have loved being like on set with me." And she learned. She told me that she learned so much about the sneaker game because she really didn't understand it until she went on the show.
That
and she was
movie's
like,
gonna
"You're
be
just gonna
crazy.
love it," and I'm just so excited for it.
When that drops,
I love it.
Remember I said this. When that drops, that is going to be like
let's do
a
a
Disney
premiere.
favorite. Let's do it. I would love to do a house premiere. That'd be sick. And check out my most recent EP, Godspeed, which is on all platforms now, and just take that in. And keep up with me on my socials at Isaiah Peck.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And yeah, obviously your family. So once you do some more stuff, you could always come back and sit in and maybe one day be a special co-host.
I'm going to be a special host. Watch me.
We'll have you hosting this, baby.
I've been working my whole life for this moment.
Yeah, for sure. He's like our alternate host now. Like we have the team and then the alternate.
I'm here
You're
for
the sixth man.
I love it.
I love it. They call me the Lou Williams.
Yes, don't go. Lemon Pepper Lou. That's his new name.
Yeah.
He got traded to a leopard.
Let's do
So
it.
now it's Lemon Pepper Sherard.
Go get that. Yo.
Oh my God, it's hilarious. Anyways, thank you. That's another episode of Millennials to Millionaires. I'm Alicia Ace West.
Hey.
Sherard McQueen and my
Isaiah
nephew.
Peck.
Peace.
Thank you.